The NBA, the business that makes millions of dollars a year on their top players, but does it at times fix or rig some situations to make the league more, quote, enjoyable? I don't know, but here are 3 times the NBA has looked rigged that you might not know about. Before I start the video, I just want to ask if you're watching it, to like and subscribe. These videos take a while to make and I'd appreciate it a lot. Now on to the video. Starting off, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who got the first overall pick in the NBA draft 3 times in 5 years. In 2011, the Cleveland Cavaliers had 2 picks in the 2011 draft, their own and the Clippers. The Cavs had the second worst record in the NBA, and the state of Ohio was kind of turned off from basketball because they lost LeBron James to the Heat the year before. They were terrible and finished the year 19-63. When the lottery came around, the Cleveland had the second most odds to get the first overall pick, but they got stuck with the 4th. However, the Clippers pick that had a 2.8% chance of getting the first overall pick happened to get it. They got Kyrie with this pick, and this might not seem sus because they were the second worst team in the NBA, but the Clippers pick had a 2.8% chance of winning the lottery. And since 1990, when this new draft system was put in place, this was the 3rd lowest all-time of odds in actually getting the first overall pick. Now let me take you 3 years in advance. It's the summer 2014, and LeBron just signed back with the Cavs. Cavs fans are happy right now because they have Kyrie and LeBron, but little do they know that they would get the first overall pick too. Looking at 2013-14 season, the Cavs were decent. They were 33-49, not great, but they were even 2 teams in their division that were worse than them. They had a 1.7% chance of winning the lottery, and they did. To me, this one is just too great of a story to be true. They signed LeBron having a small chance of the first pick and happened to get it. And yes, you heard that, 1.7%. This is the second lowest all-time in winning the draft lottery. In a 4-year span, the Cavs got the first pick 3 times, with 2 times being second and third lowest chances in NBA history. You can take this for what you want it, but I find it a little too good to be true. For number 2, I have Draymond Green's suspension in 2016 NBA Finals. The 2016 Finals was the year the Cleveland Cavaliers came back 3-1 versus the Golden State Warriors. But in Game 4, Draymond got a technical foul that put him over the NBA limit and gave him a 1-game suspension for Game 5. But if you look at what got them this foul, it's kind of weird. LeBron James threw him to the ground, and he got up under LeBron, and they didn't call anything. Then Draymond went up for a rebound, and LeBron grabbed him, and they called a double foul on both of them. They went to review and determined to give Draymond a technical. Without Draymond, the Warriors were a very different team. That gave the Cavs a lot higher of a chance of winning Game 5. We all know this led to the shot by Kyrie and the block by LeBron to win 7 games versus the Warriors. I think they called this tech to save LeBron's legacy of the GOAT. If LeBron didn't win this, he would have been 2-5 in the finals and would never be considered the GOAT because he only won it with D. Wade and Chris Bosh. But since he won and brought Cleveland a championship and broke their streak, we ignore that he was 3-6 in the finals. Without this call, I feel like LeBron's legacy would be very different and we wouldn't look at him as highly as we do. For the last example of this video, we take it back to the 1988 NBA Finals. The 1988 NBA Finals was between the Detroit Pistons, also known as the Bad Boys, for their physical, blue-collar, smash-mouth play in the season versus the Los Angeles Lakers. In Game 6 of the series, the Pistons were up 3-2 with Pistons guard Isaiah Thomas having one of the best games in NBA history, scoring 43 points, 25 of which in the 3rd quarter, on an ankle the size of a softball. Yes, Thomas had sprained his ankle in the 3rd quarter, but played through it because if they won, they would be NBA champions. But no, with 14 seconds left, the Lakers down 1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was fouled by Bill Laimbeer, the Pistons center, one of the worst calls in NBA history. If you watch this, Laimbeer literally jumped straight up, barely, if at all, touching Abdul-Jabbar, giving him 2 free throws that he hit to have the Lakers win Game 6 and later on beat the Pistons to 7 games. I think the NBA did this because they didn't want the blue-collar view of the Pistons to be the outlook of the whole NBA. The NBA wanted the highly starred Lakers to stay the face of the NBA so the league wouldn't turn to what it was in the 70s, where a man named Rudy Tomjanovich got punched in the face so hard he almost died on the court. This is unfair, but they never wanted something like this to happen ever again.